This is her brutality. Rhea Ripley returns, plus a new WWE faction debuts on Raw, and an NXT talent has been released. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. I think it goes without saying, Ross, that we begin with a hearty good morning, Mother.
Good evening, Mother.
Good afternoon, Mother. And
up the Mother.
Right up the Mother. Rhea Ripley is back on Monday Night Raw, and I think Dirty Dom's in a lot of dirty bother, dirty boy naughty now.
It would appear so, Tom. We had a tag team match last night. We had Liv and Dirty Dom taking on Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio put over his baby boy for the first time in a WWE ring, and after the bell, they're having a bit of a celebration on Dom and Liv. Things get a bit untoward, and because Liv Morgan is such a heavy set lady, if there's one thing you say about Liv Morgan, she's really heavy. She leaps onto Dom for a big hug, legs are up around Dom's waist, and that causes Dom to fall forward into what I believe to be known as, I wouldn't know this myself, but I've read books, the missionary position.
Dom was tired.
Such a heavy weight, he fell forward, and it looked like, because Liv sort of grabbed him as she does and whatnot, trying to make him look worse than he was. Looked like they were going to go in for a kiss. Then Rhea Ripley's music hits. She comes down to the ring with her face like a smacked arse. My God, she was angry. And then she says something to Dom. Well, she shouts at him, and then he goes in for a hug, and she just walks past him and leaves. But crucially, Liv Morgan also runs away from Rhea Ripley because she's terrified, obviously, of what's about to come.
Yeah.
But the company uploaded to the Twitter machine I saw this morning a little clip of Liv looking through the curtain and laughing, confirming she never liked Dom at all, and she was just doing it to get the Judgment Day apart on the revenge tour.
It was all part of the Liv Morgan revenge tour. It's been a wonderfully woven bit of business. I think that they probably should have resisted that reveal of the curtain twitching moment just a bit longer, because we are getting to this sort of zenith point where we probably are going to get a custody of Dominik ladder match once again. And I think we could have played up Liv wanting to be with Dom for a little bit more, and then at the premium live event just turns on him there.
Never even liked you anyway.
Never liked you anyway.
I'll tell you what, though, you speak about the custody of Dom ladder match, that looks like it could be the way we're going, but also having a singles match between Rhea and Dom. Hell in a Cell, bad blood. One end of the card you got Drew and CM Punk, blood everywhere. Other end of the card you got Rhea and Dom, just Dom
Blood everywhere.
Dom trying to run away for half an hour.
Just be incredible. So Rhea Ripley, well and truly back. First time since April, though she's been on the scene. She was forced to vacate the Women's World title as a result of a shoulder injury from Liv Morgan, who now has her Women's Championship as well. So it's good to see her back. She went off to get married, bless her, as well, while she was away.
Yeah.
So she's now married to Buddy, and what a lovely wedding. There's some lovely wedding photos, actually. Says the entire world. I love Buddy as well, personally. I love the photos. They look lovely. Lovely.
Oh, the wedding photos?
Yeah.
Black everywhere, wasn't there?
Great, wasn't it?
Those big goths.
Oh, big fan. Wouldn't know what their first dance was. I hope it was This Is My Brutality. Also, last night on Raw, we saw a new faction debut.
Yes, we're seeing a 6-lady tag team match. Damage Control taking on the Cowie Girls, Katana Chance and Caden Carter, and their friend, Lyra Valkyria, or as Matthew likes to say on the podcast, Lyra Valkyrie.
He's nailing that pronunciation. It's different every time.
After Damage Control get the win, we see people who have been in negotiations on backstage segments on Raw over the last, it feels like maybe a month. We see Sonya Deville and Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler wipe out everybody. Zoe Stark in particular looking at Io Sky going, "You cost me everything," in that ladder match when you tried to kill me with that Michinoku driver through the ladder bridge off the other big ladder. So it looks like, yes, we've got a new faction of the ladies here to take over everything.
They do confirm as much in a backstage chatteroony where they say their alliance was a warning shot to the women's division. They have a little tete-a-tete with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, which they declare that as long as they're the women's tag champs, the division belongs to them. So I wonder who they're going to lose the women's tag titles to. Oh, Evolution is a mystery.
I do like the makeup of the stable, though, because Sonya Deville can obviously hold her own in promos. If there's one criticism to be had about Zoe Stark, it is the promos. So don't have her cut them. Just have her and Shayna Baszler kick people in the face really hard.
No, it works, doesn't it?
Yes.
It works. What should we call this faction?
I've got no idea, Tom. I've not thought about this at all. I
I
reckon
don't
you've
know
got a whole register of names, haven't you?
Do you know what? I said that without really anything in the tank. So good luck, everybody. Cruella with DeVille.
Yes.
There you go. And Stark's Butter. That's what we'll call them. Stark's Butter. Is Stark a brand of butter?
I've got no idea.
I think it's Stork, aren't I?
Utterly butterly.
Utterly Butterly.
Anchor.
We are going to call them Utterly Butterly. At Zoe's... No, don't. She'll be livid. Also, last night on Raw, we had another video around the Wyatt Six, and this time we actually get to see the faces of Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, and Dexter Loomis behind the masks, as well as Bo Dallas. We don't see Nikki, though.
No, we don't. So that could be anybody behind that mask.
It could be
The
anybody.
little lady who handed Michael Cole the tapes. That could be anybody.
It could be absolutely anybody, even though the fact that Nikki's changed her whole Twitter to be Abby the Witch. It could be anybody.
Interestingly, though, Dexter had the dreads without the mask on, I saw.
He did, didn't he?
Very interesting. Is it a wig? I don't know. It probably is a wig.
It
Does it matter?
But it was a good look. I liked it. It kind of gave like these people real personalities, real bodies to inhabit rather than just being spooky monsters from behind a door. In the video, we do see them all but Nikki for the first time. And after the video, a very flustered Chad Gable demands that Adam Pearce do something about it. He then says he's going to figure it out himself. And then he demands a vacation, which I think this man more than deserves.
Yeah, big time, yeah.
Give him a bit of holiday.
Go to the Seychelles. Yeah. Somewhere far away, Chad.
Maldives for a bit.
Somewhere really hot where the White Six won't come out because it is too hot.
Is that,
Yeah.
Do they not like the heat?
Just like the cold, don't they?
I didn't know that. That's good to know. Now, as Gable leaves, Adam Pearce goes into his office.
I'll do a dramatic reenactment, Tom.
Okay, here it is.
So go on, you describe the scene.
Hello, I'm Adam Pearce from off of Ring of Honor that time. Just going to pop into my office, opening my door of the office. Ooh, Bo Dallas! What are you doing here?
The emotion on that guy's face.
He does a little smile at the end.
Does he do a little smile?
A little smile at the end as the door closes behind Adam Pearce.
I got lost in his eyes, Tom. Lost in his eyes.
Yeah, he had haunting eyes, didn't he? Haunted eyes as well. So, was Adam Pearce caught off guard by Bo being in there? Are Pearce and Bo in cahoots?
You're not putting out that in there. Hey, what?
Well, I said they're not in cahoots.
I've never put that two and two together there, Tom. I just thought Bo was in there and Pearce didn't know. Could you imagine if Uncle Howdy himself was running Monday Night Raw?
Well, how else are they getting in there and just beating up everybody in Gorilla that looks like other wrestlers?
My God. They're playing 4D chess in front of our eyes.
It was like when Eric Bischoff turned out to be running the NWO. How else were these
exactly the same?
Exactly the same, but spookier and less Hulk Hogan, luckily. Pete Dunne was on Raw last night as well, losing out to Bronson Reed, but Michael Cole on comms gives an update on Tyler Bate.
Yeah, he's going to be out for a bit. Basically, no time frame revealed by Michael Cole in terms of Tyler Bates' injury. Tyler and Pete were wrestling on NXT last week. Watching the show live, didn't appear to have anything go wrong, so maybe something did in Tyler. It's just really hard and really good at covering things up. So
he's very good at that. And yeah, a bit could literally mean a couple of weeks, or it could be a long time. Yeah. We send our best to Tyler Bate, even if it is a prolonged time away. He's still only 12, so he's got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. So is Pete as well.
So has Pete.
Nice to see Pete in singles action last night as well.
Don't see it very often.
No,
really don't see it very often, which is nice to see. We'll end on this little bit of news that dropped last night. An NXT talent saying farewell.
Damon Kemp of the No Quarter Catch crew. He's been unhappy with life in the NQCC because Charlie Dempsey's been trying to be Tony D. Capiche? Capiche? And he's been going after Tavion Heights, even though Damon was like, we can barely work you out, Charlie. Focus on yourself instead of focusing on bringing other people into the NQCC. So it looks like this kayfabe story has turned into a shoot in many respects, because now Damon Kemp has left the company. He says on Twitter last night, as of today, I'm no longer under contract with WWE. Very grateful for the people I met and the experience I've had. For business inquiries, Damon Kemp MGMT at gmail.com. I didn't know he was a fan of late to mid-noughties indie music.
Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from this. Get it. Chef's kiss to you, my friend. Chef's kiss to you. So Kemp's gone. The brother of Gable Stevenson, who he himself was let go just a few weeks back. Now no longer part of the No Quarter Catch crew. So Drew Gulak gone from the No Quarter Catch crew. Damon Kemp now gone. It's not a quarter anymore. It's not a catch. Barely a crew. We'll just call them No.
Yeah, it's a no third catch crew because you've got Charlie, you've got Tavion, and you've got Miles. So there's 3 of them, thirds.
No third crew. Look, this is a man heading away from a job, so we'll send nothing but best to Damon Kemp. Intrigued to see what he does next. I think a big upside with a guy like Damon Kemp. I really do. He's got like a good aura about him. He's got like great energy, explosive power. Just needs a bit more molding, I think.
He's got the athletic background. He showed that in his wrestling, but also in the backstage segments, he showed he gets professional wrestling in his performances. He had the big stuff with Dijak as well back in the day. He's done ambulance matches. He's done a fair bit in the old NXT shed over the past couple of years, so he will land on his feet because he can do it all. He's way more competent than his brother at the professional wrestling, that's for sure.
That is very true.
We should have given Damon the WrestleMania treatment at WrestleMania 38. Up the Damon.
That was the thing. Up the Damon. Indeed. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can up cultaholic.com. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.